There was a very interesting provision or an exclusion that was built in by the Senate Finance Committee version, which they released in mid of June, where they had tried to include a particular exemption that would have benefited India companies. They said that if the outsourcing was happening to an entity which was based in a jurisdiction where you ended up paying sufficient tax. For sufficient tax, we need to understand how much of it was, but typically that is known as a sort of a high tax exclusion. In some of the other similar provisions, there is a high tax exception available. If that would have been included, that would have been a big benefit for a lot of technology companies, pharma companies, anybody who's outsourcing some sort of work from the US. Unfortunately, that did not make its way to the final version that the Senate passed, and I think the House did not make any further changes to it. So I think that was a bit of a disappointment. It could have been something that would have been quite meaningful to some of our companies. The tax at which the BEAT is going to be charged now is 10.5%. It was supposed to be increasing to 12.5% by the end of this year. So at least there's a rate relief. The 12.5% will now be 10.5%. But it's an additional tax over and above the regular corporate tax that the Indian multinationals are paying. This would have gone away. This additional tax of 10.5% would have gone away if that exclusion would have been made available. This is applicable, yes, to large companies, and by large it means companies who have more than 500 million in average revenues over the past 3 years. But significantly large technology companies, BPO companies, even some pharma companies were impacted by these. So if this exclusion was available, maybe they would have seen a tax relief to some degree.